Hello, everybody. Sunday Adelaja here from Kyiv, Ukraine. I am excited today because of the program that we're having today. And I'm sure that many of you are going to be blessed by this program. Please go ahead and reach out to your friends and family members. Today, we're having the Creative and Innovative Hour. Creative and Innovative Hour. And this particular program is going to be very, very key. Is going to be very key to our nation and to Africa as a whole. So I want to challenge as many people as are watching me right now. Please go invite your friends and family members. Go get as many people as you can and let us, hear this program. Let us listen to this young man that God has raised up at this hour, and let us help him for his voice to be heard so that we could bring healing, deliverance, and health care to our nation through medicine. Because right now people are dying in the prayer houses, in the deliverance houses, on the mountains. All kind of mountains are in our country where people want to go and be going there for healing. Yeah, let me introduce you first of all to Innocent Uchenna. Hello, Innocent.
Hi, yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
How are you doing, Innocent?
I'm fine, sir.
You seems to be a man with a burden. You want to bring health care to our Nigeria, to our nation, and you went to study, how to make it available, how to resolve the problem of health care in Nigeria. Why? Why is that your burden? Why are you so concerned about health care like that?
The thing is this: if you watch what is happening, especially this time, you will see how people are dying these days. Especially, can you imagine? Let's assume now a couple, they are having dinner at night. The next thing you hear is neither the husband slump and die or the wife slump and die. You see people committing suicide here and there. This time around, you see people while going on their workouts. I'm talking about exercise now. Of they told us before that exercise is very good, which is very, very good, 100%.
What is that exercise?
Now dying while doing exercise.
What is it? Exercise?
Is it supposed to be so?
What is it?
Yes.
What is that?
I'm talking about exercising.
Exercise.
Yeah,
exercise.
Yes.
Okay.
People go out to do their normal workout. The next thing you hear, they slump on the way and die. People are dying on the football pitch now. Just die here and there. Will you talk about suicide? Will you talk about until premature death? Children dying these days anyhow. So these are my burden.
But a lot of Nigerians are praying.
You see, when it comes to issue of that prayer of a thing, okay, I have handled some of my clients that because of their own ignorance, they could not believe what I told them. Okay, they went and heard. And the next thing pastor did is they asked them to pray and fast. Okay, some of them have died that way. I have a man again in Port Harcourt. After he started treatment, he was getting okay, but suddenly he said he wanted fast. I said, hold on, I have told you, you don't need to travel to India. I studied at India. Okay, whatever I thought you will give it to you, but it's a gradual process because our own system of medication is completely different. He said, okay, he started, suddenly, okay, he met with the church members, they contributed to him, he traveled to India. And I warned him, the India you are trying to go, if you didn't go to the right place, you definitely get the same results others are getting. Never believe it's all the people that travel to India for healthcare that came back or come back alive.
Yeah, a lot of people died there in India. Why?
Is that what I'm saying? They died there in India because they go to the wrong place. Okay, the man came back after 3 months. In fact, he had even given testimony to the church. After 3 months, the man died. I have got a lot of them like that. You see? So what I did is this. I traveled to India to study. But what I did, I studied homeopathy, I studied holistic, I studied Ayurveda. That's what I did. I studied Unani medicine. So in order for us to bring wholeness to the body, we must study all encompassing about holistic healing, which is the ultimate in life. It is only holistic healing that will bring completeness to the body. Apart from that, nothing else.
But in our own case, in our country, maybe because of lack of good medical science, a lot of people are having more faith in their pastors and in their prayer houses and in their mountains than in holistic health that you are propagating.
No, you see, the thing is this. In fact, I see it all as ignorance. And at the same time, the right awareness has not been created. That's why. Because I have a lot of pastors. Okay, I call them clients. I don't see them as patients. Okay? So you see some of them, like for example, today, a whole lot of pastors have called me today already. Because I did a radio show yesterday, live radio show yesterday at the Repower AIT.
Okay.
Okay. Some of them have called me that they are coming by next week. You see, because to me, it pains me that here we don't really understand what it hurts. Like where I studied in India, I have a lot of Buddhist friends, okay, monks friends. These are people, we believe they don't know anything about the Word of God, but those guys study. They know everything about the Word of God. But the only problem they now have is because they believe in that their own God. You see? These are people that believe that if you are not healthy, if you are not well, you can never concentrate to serve your God.
Yes.
You understand? But here we don't see it so. We believe everything is spiritual. We believe everything has to be miracle, 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 miracle. But
yes, a lot of churches are building their ministry on miracle, miracle, miracle.
No, that is completely false. It's completely false errand. It's not so, and it has never been so. We need to understand the time for miracle and the time for the right thing. Okay, for example, Hippocrates, the father of Western medicine. I don't know if you know about him.
Yes,
which is Hippocrates.
Yes.
Exactly. If you notice during his days, his brother, he has four brothers that are medical doctors.
Okay.
Then his own father too was one of the priests. I think priest Apollos then. Okay, them too in Greece. Them too, they believe that when someone is falling sick, it has to do with spiritual or spirit. So Hippocrates was the one that delivered them from that shackle. He was the one that delivered them from that bondage. And as he delivered them, come and see liberation. You see?
So maybe God will make you our own hypocrite today in Nigeria, because we really need somebody to open the eyes of our people. I actually wrote a book about this. I call it "What Miracles Will Not Do for You." That people should stop looking for miracles. They should use their common sense. Like this healthcare now, I like what you are propagating as the holistic healthcare. That, you know, there are some logical things that I'm sure you are going to talk about how to get healthy holistically than just going to the mountain to pray for miracles.
Exactly, that is it. Because we need to understand one thing, that God himself, before he even create man, what he did is this. He made sure he gave us everything needed. I'm talking about Genesis chapter 1, I think 29. Where he says something, he said that the God said, I give you every seed bearing plant on the face of the whole earth, and every tree that has fruit with seed in it. They will be yours for food. Do you see that?
Yes.
Meaning, if we are eating what he has given to us, believe you me, we won't even fall sick in the first place. Because it was, I think Dr. Becker says something, that the whole diseases comes from the gut. Meaning, we are what you eat. What you put in is what you get. That's why I always tell people that praying, prayer, when it has to do with your health concern, we are just joking. Because the Bible also tells us, whatever at all you do, whether you eat or drink, what do? You do it to the glory of God.
Even when we eat.
Yes, it's there in the scripture. Yes. It's there in the scripture. I have forgotten, but I can search it out, but I have forgotten the verse. It's there in the scripture. Whatever we eat, or that's how we put it, eat or drink, not just whatever at all we do. That is separate. We should do what? We should do it to the glory of God.
Which means we must look for correct diet.
Yes.
To eat.
Okay? Exactly. So now again, if you watch, the same thing happened in the book of Psalms. I think Psalm 104 verse 14, where Psalm of David says, he caused the grass to grow for the cattle and herb for the service of man, that he may bring forth food out of the earth. Now, if you neglect these things and begin to pray, what do you think will happen?
We will suffer the consequence. But people in Nigeria will tell you that you are carnal, that you don't trust God.
Okay, now I believe maybe most of them are listening to me now. Let me say this. I have gotten some pastors here that when they came around, when I look at them, I sat them down and I begin to talk to them about holistic healing. I begin to tell them about what God is doing. I began to talk to them about your health in the scriptures. You see, I have gotten some again that when they come, when I look at them, for example, there's a one woman and the husband, they came here. The husband is a pastor. When I look at the woman, I say, madam, what is wrong? In fact, she could not, because where my clinic is upstairs. The woman could not climb upstairs. Then the children help her up. I asked the woman, what had been happening? She said she had been down since. I said, what have you been? She said, at times she go to hospital, at times she pray. And I said, okay, is that all? She said, yes. After I diagnosed the woman, honestly, I shook my head. I told the husband, do you see my problem with you guys? You people always believe in miracle, in miracle. Do you know that this your wife, may God help her to continue existing? But what I have seen in her system, this woman will not survive it. Are you following? A lot of them like that. You see?
No, so but what about if they are taking holy water? They give them holy water now in Nigeria, or even sell it.
No. All this, they are all deception. Now, let me say, if this thing they are doing, we are working as they claim, then why are people dying regularly? This day stop in the church.
People are dying in church regularly.
I'm telling you, and when this is happening, they tell you it is work of God. I say, why are they mocking God? Of recent, one was giving testimony, and while giving the testimony, she slumped.
Ooh.
I'm telling you. You see, these are no fables. Infrequent occurrences. It happens steady. You see to that? So
what about holy oil? People that are drinking holy oil because the bishop has anointed it, or the prophet.
No, all these things are completely false error, like what I said before. It is deception in the highest order. It is not supposed to be so. You know, because according to the scripture, he already said it, that my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. He did not stop there. He said, because of what? Because of thou hast rejected knowledge. Where will you get this knowledge from? You must get this knowledge by going back to the manual of the creation, which is the Bible. Are you following? That is the only where you can get this knowledge from.
No, but the oil also is coming from the church now.
No. They need to know what oil was meant for. In the scripture, can they show me anybody that drank oil? All what you will see in the scripture is this, that they pour oil. They use oil, you can rub oil. Are you following? Oil is not meant to be drinking.
But the bishop said it now.
No, the bishop is a man. That is, he bringing his own illusion. Okay, maybe his own mind, his own thinking, which is completely false.
Okay, what is bad? What is bad about drinking oil?
No, the real bad thing about drinking oil is this. You are killing yourself the more. Most of them not even realize that even the olive oil they are drinking is toxic. They don't know that.
It's toxic?
It's acidic. Yes, it's acid. They don't know that. So the more you drink oil, the more it builds up fat deposits in your artery vessels. Okay. Not only that, yes, it also causes narrow on the bile duct too, which means causing blockage too. So olive oil is not even supposed to take to drink at all. So people should know all those things. You see to that?
But they are believing their church now.
That's what I'm saying. No, they are making serious mistake. Like this thing I'm doing now, I have tried to meet some churches. I have tried to meet some people to tell them they should come on. Let us reason together. Let them see what is happening. That all this die here and there is not supposed to continue. Do you see that? A lot of people are mocking us. For example, each time I travel to India, my holistic colleagues, they do tell me, Dr. Innocent, what is happening in their country? What is happening in their country? Why is their country like this? Why is their country like that? What are they doing? Are they happy by all this is happening? I mean, to me, this is a big shame. Completely big shame. You see? Let me say this thing.
But the oil one, is the oil one not better than the one of the sticker? Because some people don't use even oil. They just put the sticker or the picture of the bishop and they believe that miracle will happen.
No. These are completely mistakes they are doing. Completely mistake. We are just fooling ourselves. Honestly, we are fooling ourselves. Let us begin to emulate the scripture. It's very, very simple. Bible have told us what to do when we are falling sick. Don't you know, sir? Instead of drinking oil, let's assume now you have a bloated tummy, or you have a blood tummy, for example. It's even better. You look for correct hot. I'm talking about, I'm not trying to promotion now, okay? But I have told people time and time number what they will do. Are you following? Because after my homeopath, I was able to learn a lot. I learned a lot. Are you following? Okay, so if someone is having bloated tummy, for example, the person can even look for original herbs to take. Maybe one shot, depending on your age. At that particular moment, what your stomach needs is heat. It needs hotness. Are you following? To quench the blood. Do you see that? Now, you go there and begin to drink anointing oil. What do you think will happen? Anointing oil is not hot. It is cold. What do you think will happen to your stomach? I mean, it will cause more havoc. It will cause more problem than good. Do you see to that? So we are not supposed to drink anointing oil. No oil is meant to take or to drink. Do you see that? Maybe what I know, maybe at times you can drink red as even red oil is even better. Maybe you go into something like poison, maybe unexpectedly. If there's any red oil around you, then you can take it, not olive oil. So I believe the high time we should stop deceiving ourselves. Because God Almighty, in fact, a lot is happening that we don't know. We don't know anything about. A lot is happening. It was after my study at the Grace Medical College India, that was when my eye began to open. Honestly, I learned a lot from those guys. Do you believe, sir? Whatever I thought they do, they connect it with their God. Honestly, whatever I thought they do, they connect it with their God. They don't not do anyhow because they want to do. Although some of them are crooked, but the rare core people, they are purely genuine. They practice, in fact, they practice what they teach. Why am I saying all this is? Health is very, very important in life.
You call it holistic. You call it holistic health.
Yes, holistic health.
But this holistic health, how will you describe it?
Yeah, what I mean by holistic health is this. It's simple. Holistic health is simple, the art and science of healing, okay, that addresses the whole person. That is simple meaning of holistic health. And when we talk about addressing the whole person, we talk about spirits, mental, physical, emotional, mind, etc. Just anything that has to do with health. The same way with health. Because the state of health simply implies that all the natural processes that support life, they are all functioning at an optimum level in their own intended alignment. That is the totality of health. But people don't know all those things. We just keep on living anyhow. That's the reason why at times when I look at some people say, I owe myself, I look at them and say, maybe this one don't know what he's saying. Or this lady don't know what she's saying, or he don't know what she's saying. You see? So that is the difference. And it is only this process of healing that can bring holistic health, that can bring completeness to the human being.
So holistic, how many dimensions, how many departments enter into that holistic?
Now, holistic encompasses all system of medicine. You see, that depends on the practitioner, for example. Okay, what I mean is this. You talk about acupuncture, they are under it. You talk about Ayurveda, we talk about naturopaths. Okay, we talk about Onani, we talk about TCM.
No. What I will need your help. Oh. I don't always understand those terms. Each time you mention one, you make it explain it more, and then you mention the second one. Let's start all over again.
It's very large. It's very large. It's
yes, all the same. Explain to us one by one.
What I mean is this: when you talk about holistic, okay, holistic do what? Holistic targets spiritual, okay. It targets mind. It targets body. It also targets emotional. What I mean by emotional, it targets what is happening around you. Are you okay? Are you receiving any support in your environment? What is your problem? That is holistic health. Now, when we talk about acupuncture, for example, acupuncture now becomes a class of its own, meaning when we talk about drugless therapy, okay, because you use what we call vital force energy by opening the artery channels. Okay, that has to do with the pain especially.
Okay.
That's acupuncture.
All right.
Okay, I'm not trying to break them down. We have a lot to do.
Yeah, that's one.
When we now talk about this Ayurveda, for example, okay, Ayurveda is now the system of medicine that was developed in India, which is over 5,000 years ago. Okay, although acupuncture is also inclusive, in as much as Chinese have come now to claim that they are the originator of acupuncture, but that's a big lie. Acupuncture actually started from India. Okay, when the monks was visiting Silent Mountains to see how they can get their health back, but it was Chinese or China, they were the one that developed it. You see, so it's also under Ayurveda. Now, and when we talk about Ayurveda, Ayurveda simply means the science of life. That's what the scientists call Ayurveda, because that particular Ayurvedic practice has its own oral and written documents. In fact, this is the only system of medicine I have seen, okay, that has its own oral and written documentation. That is about Ayurveda. So we have homeopaths. Now, the father of homeopaths, which is Dr. Samuel Hahnemann, he was a military man during the German World War II. That is Dr. Samuel Hahnemann. So he is the founder of homeopaths. He was the greatest of all. Anything that has to do with allopathic system of medicine. Talking about synthetic medicine now. But when he noticed that the medication he was administering to patients, maybe in due time, was actually causing more harm than good to them, so he designed to, in fact, he wrote a letter of resignation. So he resigned from it. So he is the founder of homeopaths. Okay, a German then. And when he found it, it was like something else. And in homeopaths, we now have there's something called materia medica, because that section of medicine broke out from medica, talking about Western system of medicine now. So it needs, who learns about the biochemists in it, who learns about a different system of medicine, talking about allopathic synthetic medicine. Okay, so that is a branch of its own too. It was through homeopaths that when we hear anything about chloroquine, anything queen came from homeopaths, because he was the founder. That is homeopath aspects of it. So there are many. Why nature? Naturopath people, they only consider maybe treatment. Talking about healing, they don't consider all other aspects. They only focus on one. That is the difference. That's why I said in all of them, it is holistic, is the ultimate, because it addresses all other areas, not just maybe if let's assume if your hand is paining you, maybe remove it or you treat this hand. No, holistic never support that. And why it does that is holistic system medicine knows that this your hand that is paining you has its root cause. We must detect the root cause of it. That's the difference between a holistic. They believe that your whole body is one, no separate. There's no separation in it at all. Not if you are having a headache, it is headache is the problem. No. They believe for you to have a headache issue, which means there must be something wrong somewhere else that that is causing the headache. So that is the difference between holistic system of medicine. Then at the same time, we will always make sure that people get what they want. Our mind mainly focus on, we work in partnership with our patients, our clients. We call them clients. We work in partnership with them. We carry them like, let's assume now, we are them. So whatever I thought that disturb them, disturbs us. It's like talking about compassion, which means seeing someone else suffering like your own suffering. That's the difference between holistic. So it baffles me when you tell people the difference between holistic here, they always tell you, forget it, it's not the same thing. But I thank God today, a lot of them are complying. And those that are complying, they are happy. Because anything we do goes in depth. It goes in depth, the patients, it goes in depth. That's the beautiness or the beautiful thing about holistic system of medicine. Because which means if you are doing anything, we want to know what kind of paste are you using, what kind of cream do you rub, what kind of shampoo you are using, what kind of medicine, what kind of food are you eating, what kind of fruit are you taking. We need to know all those things. And that is the only way we can get our head back. Because even God Almighty was afraid when he was creating human being. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes. Where are you based?
Yeah, I'm based in Lagos. That's where I'm based.
But how do you hope from Lagos alone to cover the whole country? Or you have disciples?
That's what I'm saying. No, that's what I want to do. That's why I'm glad that I come here to tell the world, especially we Africans, my intention and the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. Okay, and my mission and what I want to do. Because we are not trying to get only Africa or only Nigeria. We are trying to also make other African continents know about this. Because the truth of the matter is this, we have wallowed in ignorance for long. We have wallowed in ignorance just as long as we can think of. Honestly, everything is just going down, everything. At times I look at it, I say, wow, like we are now operating in what seems like dark ages.
What are the things you are calling ignorance?
What I'm calling ignorance is this. You see, virtually everything. Because most of the things we believe we know here, believe you me, sir, is actually making us ignorant. I'm just telling you the truth. It's making us ignorant. But although people believe that, hence you can give me money, okay, no problem. Which means, and that's where I now say ignorance now comes in two ways. Some ignorance are people that know that this thing is not good, but because of the other way, because they will get money, they continue in it. Why some don't even know at all? They believe because they have been taught the right thing, so they must continue on that right thing, without knowing that that is ignorance. So that's why I always talk about ignorance. For example, sir, when I studied here, I can't imagine telling most of my colleagues, look, this is what is happening here. We are getting this thing wrong. Because when I opened here, when I started, for 2 good years, when I noticed what is happening, do you believe me? I closed my office. I closed it down. And I do not operate. Honestly. My landlord was telling me, why are you? I said, yes. And because I can't imagine myself giving something that I know that is not good to humanity. What am I doing? Am I not killing myself? You see, because the Bible let us understand that if you destroy my temple, I will destroy you. You see? And within that period,
so you believe that the medicine, the Western medicine that our people are talking, that's the only medicine we have in Nigeria now. You think that is more killing people?
No, I'm not. See, you see what's talking about Western system of medication. They are, because we, as a homeopath, okay, we know about it. So what we do, most of them are good, most of them are dangerous. What do I mean by this? Goodness in the sense that if you're having a critical issue, for example, okay, you can take it to do what? To amass, meaning to suppress, to alleviate that particular symptoms immediately. They are good in that aspect. But for you to continue in it, no. My dear, run for your dear life. Honestly, there's no way you can continue in it. It's not possible. If you really want to live long, you don't have to continue in it. Okay? But for the meantime, fine and good, you can. You see, why some Some are not even good to go close to it at all, because they are not just good at all. So as a homeopath, what we do is this: we are taught some medications that some people that produce nature also produce chemical. You see? So we are taught how to get some good medicine, or how to prescribe some good synthetic medicine. But we are warned never to use them for long. You can use them to alleviate, like what I said before, but you have no right to continue in it if you want to live. You see?
So the Western medicine is basically synthetic.
Yes, it's basically synthetic. And at the same time again, in fact, there are lots happening. Like my sister, my senior, not immediate senior, my sister is a nurse. But since I began to practice this, honestly, she became very, very happy. We put her together to help humanity. There are the same synthetic medication she is using. Then what she does is she asks me how to use it. And then tell her, go ahead, this is how you have to use this. This is how you have to use this. These are the kind of thing you have to get. These are the kind of thing you have to get. We run mine together. You see to that?
But I'm seeing the photographs of your capsules. You also are using capsules and tablets. Are they also not synthetic?
No. You see, I'm gradually coming to that. Yes, what we use is pure holistic Ayurvedic medicine. That's what we use, pure holistic medicine. No single synthetic added to it. And most of them you see there, they are my own research and development. Most of them you see there.
Are you serious?
Okay. Yes. Because what happened is
so
this.
You developed each of these medicine?
Yes, a lot of them you see there was my own initiative, my own development. A lot of them you see there.
But where did you find the herbs?
That was I studied in India. Okay, so during our studies as a holistic physician, we are taught a lot. Are you following? What they do is this: we are taught a lot. Then after that, you go on your own and begin to make your own research. Then when you get anything, you let them know. When you let them know, then we'll carry on from there. What do I mean? You tell them how you want it to be. You tell them the kind of specification you are doing because of it's already what you know. Okay? Then what they will now help you do, they will now take it to Indian government, India's authority that has to do with medicinal products. And for them to ascertain your research, whether it is genuine or not, whether it is okay or not. That's what they will now help you do. Of which after that, then they carry on from there. Are you following me? That's what they do.
I see that you have different groups of your, all these, your medicines are different, huh? Your supplements are in different groups. So what are the groups? Can you tell me one by one these groups?
So let me say something, sir. You see, that thing you see there, there are some things you are seeing there that is medicine, not supplement. Okay, sir. We have some supplement, we have medicine. Okay. So these are things people need to understand. Very, very, very important. Okay? So we have different medicine for some issues. So most of them you see there, we know the kind of supplementation that is good to the system, then we combine them with medicinal products. So in them, we have different medicine for different kind of health challenges, of which we are facing these days. We have done a whole lot when it comes to serving human beings.
What are the main health challenges that you see in Nigeria and that you have developed cure for?
Why? We have developed medication for diabetes. We have developed for fibroid. We have developed for cancer. Okay. We have developed for hepatitis. We have developed for different. We have developed for infertility. We have also developed for body weakness. We have developed for autoimmunity diseases. Okay. We have also developed for especially this issue of slumping and dying that is happening all over everywhere now. Honestly, we have developed medication for that. Talk about arthritis. We have medication for that. Okay. And when I mean we have medication for that, I'm talking about in India that have been developed. We have developed all those things. Especially when it comes to malaria and typhoid. Because most people, as a result of having this issue of malaria or typhoid, they continue to take medication until it metamorphosed to something else. We also have medication for that too that we have developed. You see, so we have different medication that we develop when it comes to health challenges. We have them a lot of them we have. And not only that, we're also coming up with a whole lot of oil too. We are coming up with syrup that we are developing too. You see, not only that, a whole lot of things we are doing to really save human beings, because a lot is happening here. And sad enough is this. Some people will come for diagnosis. At times when you diagnose them, you find out that most of them are already having complication issues. I'm telling you. You see one person having different health challenges in him or her. I mean, you begin to wonder, what is the person or what has he been doing since? You see, this alarming thing that is really disturbing me.
So this your practice, is it more alternative medicine?
Yes, why not? Yeah, you can call it alternative medicine. You see, let me say this. You see, there's something I want to say one day. You talk about I think the world, how the world enslaved us.
Yes.
Yeah, you mentioned something like that. At times when I talk on radio, I do say that the system of this world, okay, have been programmed and have been designed to enslave us, inflict pain on people, then gradually kill them.
Especially pharmaceutical and medicinal system too.
Yes. Yes. Do you know why I say so? I say so because of what? Because of this. Okay? They tell you this is what you need. Are you following? You continue to take. You continue to take it. Okay? Then at a certain stage, you bring in another one again. They say you continue to take this, continue to take it. Gradually like that. And the more you take it, the more your system continues to deteriorate. Are you following? Now, imagine what they are calling alternative medicine. You call the first medicine alternative. That's what you call it. Alternative medicine. The first system of medicine now become alternative.
It was supposed to be you mean it's the original?
That is the original medicine. That's the original system of medicine. That's the way I'm going. Even the World Health Organization attests to that. In year 2014, the World Health Organization sent, they call it strong message to the whole world about alternative medicine. But after their many years of research, they found out that most communicable as well as non-communicable diseases that were cured, they were all cured by traditional medicine, which includes animal, plant, especially organic. Are you following me? Now, if they are serious, are they not supposed to keep talking about it? If they are serious. But they said it at once and stop it.
So this your medicines and supplements. You said they are certified in India. What about in Nigeria?
No, in India, yes. In India, we are working on India. We are working on Nigeria to be certified in Nigeria. You know, getting it done here is not easy, and at the same time, it's not always easy. We have done a lot we could. Okay, because actually, let me say something here that happened. The first people, I don't know, maybe I would like her to play a video where the medicine I was using before, not before I started developing those ones. There was a company in India, okay, after my study, I looked out for some company. I thought that those guys were good. I began to use their products. Honestly, I spent a whole lot registering their products. I registered more than 3 products, while 7 of them we are certified for. I mean, we have gotten the import permit for 7 of them. apart from the trade that we have registered, I have registered. You see to that? Then I was always on TV. I go on TV, I go on here to talk about, to create awareness about holistic health. Okay? Then the medicine was good. No doubt about that. At the same time, I told them some of my formulation too, of which they also included in their own medicine, but in their own name. That was the mistake I made then. Are you following? And the reason why that's why I always talk about ignorance. And the reason why I did that was this. Who signed an agreement? I own the power of attorney. Okay? Solid agreement. Then I came back. Then I believe we are doing the right thing. So as I began to do what I'm doing, suddenly, people began to call me. After I feel someone say, Dr. Innocent, I have seen your product, I have bought your products here. I have used it, it's not giving me what I want. But this year I hear you saying something, I have used it for social media. Honestly, I began to wonder what is happening. Of course, I know. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I hear you very well.
Exactly. Of which I know you can only get the medication from us. So I became surprised. So the next thing I did, I said, okay, let me try something. I tried something, and lo and behold, what I tried was true. I now contacted them. I said, what are you guys doing? They told me what they are doing. I mean, they refuted. They told me they are not doing anything. I said, okay, please, let me forward you mail, and I want you to explain what this mail is all about. I forwarded the mail. In fact, they don't even know what to tell me. Then it occurs to me, like as if I knew they were going to do such a thing. Because I traveled to them, I did a video. Because one thing I do is this. If you are giving me any formulation, or if I am doing anything with you, especially when they come to health, I always travel. I go to your facility. Not only do I go to your facility, I go to ascertain the genuineness of it, to make sure there's no chemical attached to it, because it is what I know. So if you use yeast on the capsule, I will know. If you use filler, I will know. If you use only powder, I will know. Whatever I thought you use, okay, I must know, because it is what I studied. Are you following me? So after I did all those things, I found out that, okay, they will continue. So when they began to do this, I now noticed, it was later they now told me that actually something happened. That someone approached them, that what they are doing now is what they now did or produced according to the person's specification. Do you know, as a result of that, I cut off everything I was doing with them. I didn't proceed again. I refused to do anything with them. I cut off my hand. I contacted my lawyer. He came, we discussed. At the end of the whole day, he advised me I should just let go. No need of pursuing the case. I should just forget about it and move on with my life. Of which I heed to his advice. You see? So that just to show you how essence we blast can go. Because those products became fake. They were not doing the genuine thing again. They started using Sheila capsule. They started using yeast. They started using filler. They started using a whole lot of things. That is how I cut off from them. For more than a year, I could not do anything because I refused to use any other medication. And I thank God that thing actually happened, because that thing took me deeper. Honestly, it took me deeper into research and study. That was when I began to do most of all this formulation you see there. That's when I began to, in fact, I went deeper into intensive research and study more than before.
Where were you doing the research? In Nigeria?
No, I traveled to India. I do in Nigeria. You know, like we holistic health, for example, you know, we have our cartel. What I mean by cartel, we know ourselves. Are you following? As I'm here, we know ourselves. You see? So if you have anything that you want them to help you do, they will help you do that.
No, I just wonder, why should you go to India to go and do research there when we have so many plants and so many herbs in Africa. Why don't you do research on those herbs and on those plants, and from there create your own medicine?
Now, let me tell you something. Of recent, I just discovered some herbs of recent, but it's not what I can go into it for now. Do you know why? We don't have such factory here. We don't have, I'm talking about, when we talk about pure holistic factory, we don't have them here.
You mean the factories?
Yes, that is not the plain truth. We don't have the raw materials necessary here. I have to tell you the plain truth. Because at times, even though when I travel at times, you see, when you talk about maybe the raw ones, you can get the raw ones, okay, but those raw ones, they are not encapsulated, okay? Those ones, you can't preserve them. You can just use it maybe once you want to use them and do away with it. Are you following? But when I'm talking about the rare formulation, okay? Most of the genuine facilities, we don't have them here. That's the plain truth. And for example, even though if you have them here now, for example, there are a whole lot of things attached to it, because here in fact, let me use this word, always difficult for you to get a genuine person here. Although I know there are people out there that are genuine, but to see them is always difficult. Are you following? So what we do is this, and there are some herbs too that even in India, them themselves too don't have. There are some herbs there, them themselves too don't have. But thank God, so far so good. They are always inside the Ayurvedic text, talking about the Sanskrit now. They are always there. But Indians too themselves don't have it. Just to show you how far those guys have gone when it comes to medicine.
So so in Nigeria, people don't produce their own medical lines.
Why? There are some people that produce. There are some people that produce their own. There are some. But I tell you, my brother, I know what I'm telling you. You know what I told you. There's something we call dissolving solvent. There's something we call let's say tetrachloromethin. There's something we call dichloromethin. A whole lot of things. Are you following? That we call, because when we talk about the bioenhancer, for example, okay, which is which serves as a catalyst that transport the ingredients, okay, of those medicinal products into capillary, where it will now impart its most benefits. There's something we call bioenhancer, okay, and most of the formulation of bioenhancer, I'm talking about even in some other parts of the world, they use ashes, they use lead, some use mercury, some use horns of bone. I'm talking about horns of bone, horns of animal now. Some use bones. Are you following? And now those things are also used as a bioenhancer for the formulation of most of those medications now. Now, those things are also chemicals. Okay? But in India, there are some herbs that are naturally, okay, bioenhancer on its own. Maybe later we can still start here to see whether we can see some of those herbs here, of which I believe it will still be here, because I know that this our continent is well blessed. I know, because of recent I saw, when we talk about iron, I saw some leaf that are very, very good in iron.
So okay, so you don't have the laboratories in Nigeria where you could do the research?
No. Maybe when I studied, I found that, I think when I studied then, one man came from German, okay, he said he has, like, trying to set up such a thing. Just only that one man that are trying to set up such a thing then, that has to do with formulation of alternative medicine or laboratory for research of herb. Then, that was then. I didn't know about now. Okay? So I didn't know about now.
So we are very backward. We are very backward in all this medicinal industry and pharmaceutical industry, productivity, production, factories.
Honestly, we are very, very backward. By the grace of God, all what I'm planning, maybe in future we can do something, something we call, let's say, transfer of technology. Maybe then we can begin to do something. But for now, at least, it's better. Let's just see how we can be doing it from there to here for now. maybe later we can start, we'll begin to do some inventories, or we'll begin to produce here. But for now, I think for now it's better we'll get it how we want to get it from there. Maybe gradually, as we begin to have some investors in it, as we begin to have some people coming in, we can begin to develop them here.
Do you work with NAFDAC to get the permission to sell these things in Nigeria?
That's what I'm saying. Yes. Yeah, we do that. That's what I'm saying. On the other my formulation. But for this one now, most of them are still in India. Are you following? So what we are doing now, like of recent, I have submitted most of my documentation with them now. So we're on the process now of registration. Okay? And doing all those things is not an easy task. Even for us to pay for India to ascertain it, for the research and development alone, then before India government official will now maybe certify it again, it costs money. Are you following? So these are the things we have done. We have done in India for now. So here is a gradual process.
But all these medicines and supplements that you have produced, can you sell them in India as well, or they are just for African situations you develop them?
No, what we do is this, okay? That thing you see there is something anybody can take. Anybody can take. The difference now is this. For example, if an African or if an African man or an African is taking that medication, it depends on the health issue. Okay? At the same time, it also depends on how you have been on synthetic medication and also your age. Are you following? That will now depend on the dosage you should take. Okay? If a Westerner, maybe if a Westerner, let's assume now maybe a German, for example, or a USA, for example, is taking it, okay, will have dosage for him or her to take. That is the only difference. But it is for taking, it is safe, it is, in fact, it is good, it is okay for anybody, for any human being on this planet Earth to take. No single side effect attached to it. Anybody can take it. So what we have done is what that can be marketable in any part of the world at all. As a matter of fact, what we are trying to do, we are working on a site, okay, not the site I have now, but on site that will take that medicine that will be online. That anywhere in the world, anywhere you are at all in the world, you can make a purchase from the site. That's what we are working on now.
So right now, all your products are in India. They are not in Nigeria yet.
Yes, most of them are in India. Yes, they are not. They are in India.
So what are you doing? What are you doing in Nigeria right now?
It's only few we bring for sample. Maybe when I travel, when I was coming, okay, it's only few we bring for sample. Okay, that's what we do. So what we do now, we'll consult for now. That's what we do now. We consult, we'll run diagnosis for now. That's what we do. But the sample we bring is almost finished. I think it's almost done. It's almost gone. The ones we bring for sample. Okay? So what we do now, for example, if anybody wants it now, then we can order. We can just tell them, please, they should just help me and send so and so to them. That's what we are doing for now. So we can just get it and then they will just take that. That's what we are doing.
Vine,
for the purpose of market.
Vine Health Complete Well-being. Why Vine Health?
Yes. You see, why we said Vine Health, that Vine Health you see is the name of the company, is the name of our company, name of my company. Yes, I created that company. That is the name Vine Health. And when we talk about Vine, okay, I have a daughter, the name is Divine. So the Vine, okay, was carved out from the word divine.
Okay.
Which means celestial, godly, heavenly.
Yes.
That's the word vine there. Mm-hmm. Then when we talk about the health, now what I said earlier on, that the state of health implies that all natural processes that support life, okay, that they are all functioning in an optimum level to their own intended alignment. So if you can see that, that's why I said Vine Health Complete Well-being, which means if you are suffering from hypertension, for example, or stroke, for example, you can take a kit of stroke. I think there are up to 6 or 7 things there that has to do with stroke. And when you take that kit, what are you getting? You will definitely get your complete well-being. That's the reason why you see Vine Health, complete well-being. That's the idea behind it. Because what you see there, you see the one for blood clots in there, okay? You see the one for the heart itself, talking about the pump of heart itself there. Then you see the one that will measure the blood that these heart pumps circulate properly, talking about the blood microcirculation itself. Okay? So when you look at that, then when you see there's something again we have there, which is for hypertension, which is, I think the name there is below peak care, meaning blood peak care, which is blood pressure. There's a one for that, for blood pressure there. Okay? Then there's another one which is called anti-insomnia. Because most people that suffer from high BP, they hardly sleep. Okay? So we'll put all those things together, talking about holistic healing, which is holistic health. Because if someone is suffering from hypertension, for example, come on, if you just go ahead giving the person maybe like the 10 or the feeling, maybe other, maybe just to suppress. No, you are not helping the patient. What you are just helping, you are just trying to use that particular medication to upregulate the biochemical pathway. We are now talking about what it does is it inhibits the own natural healing system that God Almighty has given to you, which means in time to come, it's now be only the medicine, which means only the synthetic medication is now working. What will they now do? They will now increase the dosage because your system has been accustomed with one you are taking before. Then you increase the dosage. What happens again? You take it for 1 or 2 years again, you increase it. You continue to manage the disease. That's why our vision is to maintain health, not sickness. Are you following? So what we do, we will strive for smile. We only profit from what? Positivity. So that's why you see that's why you see that name, Vine Health there. Meaning it's heavenly. Whatever thought you see there as a kid tends to bring your wholeness back. That's why we call it complete well-being.
I saw that you are talking about investment and things like that. Tell us about that.
Like what I said, when that name came as in Vine Health, if you watch by what my explanation, you find out that when we talk about vine, nobody owns vine. And health, nobody owns health. Okay? In fact, that health you see there is a blessing that God has given to mankind. That health you see there. So what we do is like what you have asked me. This thing has been developed. It is there, but we cannot do it alone. You see? So we want to work in partnership with other people. Talking about people of like mind. So they can come in and partner with us. So we all can join strengths. We can join forces. And when we join forces together, we can now at least eliminate. We can now help. We can now bring back service to humanity. We can now help eliminate, especially this premature death caused by diseases that is now rising steadily. That's why we call for investments.
So what are the kind of investments you need or partners you need?
The kind of partners we are looking, we do it in such a way anybody can come in. Students can come in, any person can come in. Billionaires can come in, whichever one. You can come in with $500, you can come in with $1,000, you can come with $1 million, you can come in with a whole lot. Because we have a lot to do. Like what I have said here, for example, about this holistic healing is not always easy to achieve. Why do I say so? It's always easy when your health is just beginning, when you are just having health challenges early enough, then it can be easy. But when it has been maybe deteriorated, it becomes difficult. Meaning you have to go by other things. Talking about anything you are eating, whether fruits, whether anything at all, it has to be nature. So we need money to go into farming. We have to go into organic farm. We have to bring in cosmetics. We have to bring in a whole lot of things. Talking about nature. We have to bring in some kind of beverages. Talking about organic. Now all these things need money. You see? So we are looking for investors. And when we talk about, like, if you go to our site, there's something I call the threat to our future generation. They can put on the website. It's called the threat to our future generation. Then I call it Vine Health Ayurveda, save our future generation. Okay, is a platform. Why do we do that? For example, some because of lack of money, they cannot even take care of their heads. You remember when I explained about holistic healing, also has to do with that. Are you getting support from your community? How are you feeling? Are you doing anything? How are you working? We need to know that. So in that aspect, we'll create another opportunity. What am I trying to say? In that particular one, we can create opportunity for people. We can create where people can come and have job to do. That's another area. Then we'll create something again we call CSR program. In that CSR program, why do we do that? There's a one particular product I decide to design. I call it Immunovine. Okay, that one was developed. It was formulated with bovine colostrum. Okay, why we did that? We did that actually mainly. Anybody can take it anyway, but mainly for malnourished children. So we want to use that also to create opportunity for people. Where people can come in and work. People can come in and work and be paid salary. While people can also come and partner with us so that we can all take action against children suffering from acute malnutrition. That's why we developed that. So people can come and partner with us and invest on what we are doing so we can bring this wonderful remedy for people and go wide and create serious awareness so we can begin to help our people. So we can begin to avert a lot of things that's happening around us. Because these days, you see people committing suicide. Most people say, don't even know why we are committing suicide. I remember 3 years ago, when I talked about that in years to come, people began to commit suicide in Nigeria. People thought I was joking. But what is happening now? This thing I'm telling you now, DSA, is actually affecting both the rich and the poor. Because you can't imagine a rich man's son now committing suicide in the school. I'm talking about 400 level, 300 level. The person that commits suicide, he was not lacking anything. Their parents are okay. Then why is now he or she committing suicide? We see these days, we hear about people coming all the way from church, back and leg and maybe a Tom Mainland Bridge and commit suicide. So we see two people committing suicide here and there. We don't even know what is the cause. Now, it will baffle you to know there's a particular chemical called aspartame. Okay? Now, this aspartame, one of the side effects is actually something we call suicidal tendency. It's a disease. It's a disease. You see to that? Then, talk about boys of 19 years, 16 years, killing her own mother. Just kill her own mother. Not only do he kill her mother, he kill her mother, put inside room. The next thing, the boy in question is now making love to the ghost of her own mother, all in the name of making money. What kind of atrocity is this? So when I talk to people, I tell them, never think it's not affecting you. Never say it's not affecting you. I mean, we have to do something. We have to do something. We have to do something. We have to see how we can create opportunity so that our youth can have something doing. And let me say something. I have a lot I have planned. I have a lot already. I have a lot lying down here that I need to really do something. People need to support so we can do something about our people. So
can you give me a list of some of the plans that you have?
Okay, sir. Yeah, we have one which is an investment program. Okay, this investment program talking about how we can all come together to join force with us with Via Health Emergency Services, so we can begin to alleviate the hard suffering of our people. So we can begin to prevent this untimely death that people are dying through sickness, which God never planned for mankind. That is one. Then we have something we want to do, we call referral program. Now, that referral program we are talking about, I am talking about a program that is not how the system of the world have designed it. Because what I see in this world, and what you always tell people, that the world have been programmed to enslave us. Okay, now what they do here, I told them that they are just messing up this place. Anything good that comes in, Nigeria will always spoil it. Because of what? The self-ignorance we are talking about. They always put selfishness in whatever at all they do. So we have come up with a plan on that referral program, okay, which means my plan, I have tried to do something in India, although most of them don't understand English, but the plan I have, up till now, they have not gotten it. They have not gotten my plan at all. They are trying to use the same plan that others. I said, no, you can't use that plan. I'm working based on kingdom principle. We are talking about unity. We are trying to see how we can bring people together. So we can't do anything that will benefit only one or maybe for selfish interest. And funny enough, people have come here to meet me. I'm talking about in 30s, in 40s, to meet me, to see my plan. I'm talking about those that have been doing something similar. But I told them, when they see it, they say, doctor, why do you want to do that? Can't you do it? I said, no. I can't do it the way the world is doing it out there. Because one of their man says something. He told them categorically that life is not fair. Stop trying to make it to be fair. Go out there and make it unfair for people for your own advantage and say no. That is false. That's the way the world do business. Okay? Because the Bible have already, I think Romans chapter 12 verse 2, where it says that we should not copy the pattern of, I think neither 2, where it says that we should not copy the pattern of this world, but be you renewing, okay, by the renewal of your mind. So I told them we cannot do that. So that is another thing we are planning. That is the 2. Then we have the 3rd one, which is CSR program, meaning using your money to do what? To support a good cause that will bring about sustainability to the society. And that's when I talk about philanthropy, where I say that philanthropy is not only using your money, but is a philanthropy-driven insight, okay, to create an opportunity that will benefit other people's life. That's when I talk about philanthropy. So that is the 3rd one, which is the CSR program. Because I said something, and the reason why that one comes, because if you watch, for example, when we talk about acute malnutrition, honestly, this is another big threat that the world has been able, or they haven't been able to do what? To solve the problem of malnourishment. They have not been able to do that.
Well, is it not easy? So just eat food, that's all, no?
No. Funny enough, a more food aid program that they are doing, which is good, is not bad. Okay, that is good. But honestly, the nutrient that those children need, it is not there that will help them grow into adults, fulfill their potential. It's not there, honestly. And at the same time, a whole lot of food aid program, some charity organizations also take undue advantage of those children. The same way most of the Western world are taking undue advantage of this nation, but nobody cares to know. You see that? So that is another, and the reason why I did that, I said something that the Western world that think that Nigeria is gone forever. But the other day I had, I think South Korean president, where he was saying that they should sell, that they should give him Africa, that within a year. You know, to me, that is shame. You see, look at what China is doing to us. You see, so that CSR program come, I said something that with that one, the world will come to know that truly, that Nigeria especially is blessed. That's the reason why I come up with that plan, with that program, that CSR program. Because we will be here, by special grace of God, we want to develop a site. Why we'll be here? We'll be in Nigeria here, and we're doing business outside. We'll be in Nigeria here, and through our side, people outside, we'll be paying people outside. That's the kind of thing we are developing. And from there, from that CSR program, we will employ thousands of youth. They will be on our payroll. And there will be any money. And when there are any money, they will also pay their tax to the government. And as a result of paying tax to government, then that will also be opportunity for us to begin to do what? To minister to them the ethical business. To minister to them the reason why they should not do the business the way the world is doing business. Because it baffles me. Okay, here, for example, look at just yesterday, someone came to my house and fixed toilet something. Do you believe me, sir? Are you that in that night? The thing got spoiled. To me, I wonder, what are we doing here? Which means everything here is fake. You see, so at times I think, who will go to heaven here? And we are zealous, we want to make heaven, but we don't know how to go about it. You see, so that's why I designed that CSR. So as we begin to, our youth begin to get employment, then we will be paying them. Then we'll be paying our due tax to the government. then who can now have the boldness to do the right thing and the boldness to pray to God and say, God, we don't want this man dead. God, this is what we want. God, this is how we, and I mean, you see, God will hear us because the right thing now is being put in place. You see, that's the reason why I created that CSR program.
So what is what is CSR? What is CSR?
Yeah,
Why?
Express social responsibility.
Okay.
Yeah, that is a because if you want, I call it the hope of philanthropy, which is the cycle of giving. Because I did it in let me use this one, in a swiftness platform. Because there's something I noticed that, for example, each time I go to India, you find out that they don't kill themselves the way we kill ourselves here. Like here, for example, someone will wake up in the morning, early morning. I'm talking about 4:30 for him or her to go to work. Okay, coming back again, you come back around 4:30 a.m. The person will still wake up early in the morning. Then tell me, why won't this person die untimely death? Why won't this person suffer? Why won't this person have serious health challenges? Stress. Do you know what stress alone can cause in the system? But in India, you see them, they start their work by 9:30, 10:30, and by 5 p.m. they have closed. I'm telling you, not only that, according to them, they always tell me, Dr. Innocent, do you know, if not the way we serve our gods, if not the way at times in a month we might close our office for 10 good days just for us to stay indoor, to enjoy ourselves, at times we'll go here. If not for that, them themselves, they would have been far, far ahead of different countries. But that is weighing them back. You see that? But here, we are the people that suffer ourselves the most, and still we are the head capital, the headquarter of the poverty in the world. You see? Now, all this need to stop. So that's why I create all those programs. Because one of the things I did when I talked about the threat to our future generations' life, I talked about irresponsible parenting. Irresponsible parenting. I talk about broken marriages. Okay, the reason why these are the two of the things I talk about. Then I talk about social media craze. I thought something like that. Okay, now when you talk about the irresponsible parenting, for example, like this I have just explained. Okay, you see a woman that's supposed to take care of children as God said it. I'm not saying a woman should not work, but if you say now they say you are talking about no. But you know, the thing is this: we'll try to throw away what God has said and bring in our own inside and still expect God miracle. It doesn't work that way. There's a law that governs everything on planet Earth, and that law has been stated in the manual of life, which is the Bible. Okay, do you see to that?
Yep.
So when I see all these things, I now talk about the irresponsible parenting, the broken marriages. You know, a lot of men today they no longer enjoy their home. We are just pretending. That's one of the things I talk about, shuffling and smiling. Fela sang in one of his songs. He sang something like that. You see? So I developed that so that in that way, a woman can happily do their work, okay, get what they want to get, and take care of their children. You see? That's why I developed that pattern. So that this issue of stress will be minimized. Okay, gradually we will get there. That's why, because for long I have been telling people that one day, this nation must get okay. There are people like us, but when I remember Lot is a man that the Bible let us to know that Lot is a righteous man. Okay, I'm not saying I'm righteous, but when you say that, people are talking, because we don't understand all this is. Okay, but according to the Bible, I'm a righteous man through Jesus Christ, according to the scripture. You see, the Bible let us understand that Lot, a righteous man, okay, that he was never happy by the wickedness of man and the thing he had day in, day out while he was in Sodom. You see, so I'm that kind of man, and I'm not happy by what I'm seeing.
And that is what pushed you to begin to create solutions.
This is that put me to do these things.
How did you get to know about DSA?
I get to know about you actually. That was 2017. That's when I get to know about you. You know, I was just watching something. Then I was tapping. Does it mean nobody can ever help us in this situation, or does it mean we don't have the right person here? So I was just surfing the net, and I saw you. I said, okay, let me check. Then the next thing I saw you too. In fact, truth be told, I'm not that kind of person that have time. That is the plain truth. You see? So I now got a glance of, I now watched the YouTube. I said, who is this man? I have forgotten the video that I watched then. And I said, who is this man? Then from there, I subscribed immediately. So each time the thing, each time you come online, the thing, each time the thing comes. So that's how I come to know you. I've tried several to connect to you through live program, but no way. I have tried, no way, severally to contribute, at least to thank you, especially for our women, your wife. I know what I'm telling you, it's not easy. People might think it's easy, but it's not easy, especially your wife. Apart from that, our mothers out there and our singles out there, our ladies out there, okay, that are following the trend, that are coming out from the bondage, that are coming out from the ignorance, that are coming out from the things that have held us down for so long. I'm happy they are all coming out. So I have tried several to call in, to connect with you, to thank you for what you are doing. No way, but all to no avail. Because if you go to the scripture, even in the Acts of the Apostles, you'll find out that there was a time when it was women that those Pharisees used, okay, to stir up something about, to stir up false accusation against Paul in Acts of the Apostles. Then in Timothy, it says talk about them. I don't know, but in Timothy, it's talk about how the false prophets, okay, or false teachers, how they gradually cripple into house, and they now lay hold on women, okay, from there, who have been learning, but they have been unable to come up to the knowledge of God. Then they now lay hold on those women and manipulate them and use them to do what? To cause confusion in the home. Okay, so our women have a lot of role to play in the survival strategy or in delivering a just and equitable world, especially in this African continent. So I thank God for our women are coming up. Honestly, that thing gives me, is when I know that true, we are getting there. Believe me, as long as they support us, my brother, honestly, heaven is just our stepping stone. I mean, sky is just our stepping stone. Heaven is our limit. So that is how I come to know you. I decided, I said, oh, okay, if you want, the man I wrote to you, I said that's something I want to discuss with you that actually happened I don't know anything about. Before I now said I should go to Kingdom Fruit or so. Later they now say that it's better I come on here. When I told them my plan and what I want to do. That is how I came to know you. You are really doing wonderful work. Honestly. And then when I talked to there's one guy that led me to know here, which is Israel Balogun. In fact, when he came here, he was like, is this what is happening? But we have started doing something already. When he said, do you mean this thing? So we're already working. Because I believe by grace of God, we must get there. So people that think, because at times I hear people say, this country can never be good. I laugh at them. Because I don't believe it. I may call Nigeria and I believe in this nation. Years back, I had the opportunity to travel, but when I told them no, why would I travel? If I travel, who will remain in this nation? Who will bring this nation back to us? We need to stay here and do the needful. We need to talk about our future. We need to talk about our children. If you watch our youth these days, nobody knows anything. I'm telling you. I have to be frank to you. Honestly. I met a woman yesterday. I was talking with her. I said, this woman, in fact, after my analysis with her, in fact, her eye got opened. He said, you are saying, I said, madam, this you said it doesn't concern you. It doesn't concern you. Go and ask how many women that have died of recent. Go and ask them. It is their own children that kill them. Their own children kill them because of the false thing they have been hearing, the false doctrine they have been hearing. You see, so we all better for now come together to do the right thing so we can help ourselves. So that's how I come to know you. Yeah.
Wow.
So we are.
I want to also commend you for the wonderful job you are doing. You have decided to be a one-man army that is taking the bull by the horns, and you want to reform the healthcare sector in a whole country and introduce medicinal cure to all the ailments and things that are killing our people. This is a form of deliverance you are bringing, only not the one that the pastors are doing in church. This one is practical deliverance through health. And I want to commend you for that. We have your contacts here, and I'm sure that all the people who are watching us, they will, people that God is touching or who have burden for a similar burden for, to save our people from early death, that they will be getting in touch with you as well. That our people will get in touch with you, and together we'll be able to make things better. I personally have a vision of coming back to Nigeria. And when I come to Nigeria, I want us to set up a research center to be able to go into research of African medicinal herbs and leaves and plants, so that we could also produce our own line of pharmaceutical, products that will be able to bring about unique African cure to all the not just the African ailments but all the major ailments in the world, so that the industry, just like you have to go to India to produce all these things, is a shame to me, because here, even in our church, I have people who are producing things like this, medicine, who are doing pharmaceutical. It's they have laboratories, they have industries, they have factories, they are producing everything themselves in this country. And they are like, in this country, at least maybe 200 companies that are producing just pharmaceutical things like this. And then to be hearing that in our country there is no one single industry and no one single factory that is producing health products like this, is a shame, which means we lack industrialization. And it is industry, that we really need to develop. We really need to develop the pharmaceutical industry that will not depend on the synthetical and Western medicine, but that will be dependent on our own core local medicine. And so your bold step is commendable. I don't know if you are going to have some people who will come forward to become your partners and investors today, but even if not, don't worry about it. We will get in touch with you. Help is on the way, not just for you, but for all people who want to do something. But with your passion, I am definitely sure that you are going to get results. Well, I think you need more than just investment to build a factory. I think you need an institute. So we need to believe God to build an institute for you, a wholeness institute, where there will be research, where there will be exercise, where there will be everything, just like you say, a wholeness center that will be, that will be able to serve a whole nation and a whole continent, and that will have factories, that will have industries, that will have plants and all those things. So I believe that with the passion that you have, that's the most important thing. Passion, knowledge, we'll be able to develop this kind of industry in our country as well. And thank God that you have, but we have to do credible researches on the ailments that are killing our people and then the cure for them. So you are doing a great job. I'm still going to come back to you for you to give us the last word. But before then, I want to tell our members who are watching us right now about the new books, the new book that I just released. And the book we just released is called Who Will Come to Your Funeral. I know that today we are talking about life, we are talking about health, we are talking about medicine so that we don't die, but eventually we will all die. So, but the book is talking about, it's actually not called Who Will Come to Your Funeral. That is like the way we call it in Russian. But in English, it's Who Will Attend Your Funeral. Who will attend your funeral. But the book is not really about death. The book is about life. It's about how to make the best use of life and how to live your life every day the best way, so that by the time you are ready to go, you will be happy, that a lot of people will be happy that you live, that people will be glorifying God on a daily basis that you are alive. So we need to live life in such a way that we are contributing so much to humanity that we know that everybody is grateful that we are alive and that we have contributed to their lives. So this is the book, Who Will Attend Your Funeral. Now, the book is on pre-sale, on pre-order on Amazon for $2. But if you wait for a week more, it will be released officially. then it will be $20. So instead of you getting it for $20, you can get it for $2 right now. And Brother Innocent has spoken about ignorance. A lot of times he has spoken about ignorance. And that is a major problem in our country. I wrote a book on that. And the book is called The Mountain of Ignorance. The Mountain of Ignorance. And it is what we don't know that is killing us. And I would really recommend for you to get that book for your people in Africa especially. And for everybody. You know, ignorance is a major problem. And that book, it will really open your eyes. And we have another book, What Miracles Will Not Do For You. That's another book there, that what miracles won't do for you, because we spoke in the beginning of the program that our people would rather go to prayer houses to look for miracles than to live a healthy lifestyle. So we should let people know that there are some things that miracles will not do for them, what miracles will not do for you. But and also for all of you who want to just read these books for free, you can go to Kindle Unlimited and read the books for free. Or you can buy them on Amazon or on Okada Books, or you can write to our office here by writing to dsasbooks@gmail.com, dsasbooks@gmail.com. And especially if you want to buy them in bulk, it will be cheaper than on Amazon. But if you don't have money, you can read them for free on Kindle Unlimited. I also want to encourage some of you out here who might want to come to Ukraine for the History Makers training. We have our next History Makers training in February, from the 2nd to the 7th of February. So if you register now on time, then you can have an early bird discount. So it will be cheaper for you if you register on time. So please go ahead and register by writing to hmt@godembassy.org. And for those of you who are yet to register for our mentorship, please go to sundaydelajablog/mentorship. sundaydelajablog.com/mentorship. sundaydelajablog.com/mentorship. It's for free. You can join and also study to prove yourself worthy. And before we go, I also want to say we have a telephone line, a telephone number where you could send your contacts to, your telephone numbers to. If you send your telephone number to our WhatsApp line, then we'll be able to send you messages every day. It's okay. So if you want to be receiving our messages, send your telephone number to +38 098 596 3838. Okay, before I go, I would like to go back to Brother Innocent and ask him to tell us his final word. What would you like to say finally to our viewers, sir?
Okay, what I want to say finally to them is they should always remember to take care of themselves, which is the most important thing. Especially like what I said before, that health is a blessing. We don't need to take it for granted. Very, very. And at the same time, to also continue to listen to what you are doing, because that is another most important I want to admonish everybody to listen to. It's very, very important, because you are really doing wonderfully well. That's what I want to advise today. Then at the same time, for those that want to invest, it's all very, very important. They can come and partner with us, so we can really help our people. Our people are suffering. They are really suffering, really, really suffering. So they can come for us to partner together and move this nation forward. That's my message today.
Beautiful, Innocent. That is Innocent Uchenna. And we have his contacts. You see right now on the screen. We have his telephone there, his contacts, his site, everything. Please be free to get in touch with him. I like your burden. I like the passion that you have to revolutionize the health sector in Nigeria, so that our people will not keep on dying in healing rooms and deliverance houses and in the streets, in the family, everywhere. We can really teach our people. One of the things that you have to do in that institute that we are going to help you to create, will have to be educational center where we just give people enlightenment about health and how to maintain their health. So thank you so much for coming today. And thank you so much, everybody. We'll see you in the next 20 minutes. We'll be having our next program, our next series, which is called High Yielding Lifestyle versus Low Yielding Lifestyle. I hope you have been following that. If not, in the next 20 minutes, we are going to come back with the high yielding lifestyle versus low yielding lifestyle. And again, if you have not yet registered for HMT, History Makers Training, register now to get a discount. The next one is coming from the 2nd to the 7th of February. And we'll be happy to see you in 20 minutes. Thank you so much. Peace.